Hello Year 2, how are you? And welcome to today's English lesson. Now in today's lesson we're going to be looking at a different Tinga Tinga tale called Why Buffalo Has Horns, and we're going to be looking specifically at using conjunctions. So by the end of today's lesson you will know when to use the conjunctions when, so and but, and you will have also written your own sentences that include these conjunctions. Now before we start learning about conjunctions and before we watch our episode for today, I would like us to complete this starter activity. Okay, so we've got a paragraph here that is missing some words. Now, lots of the Tinga Tales start with this paragraph, and the one that we're learning in class also starts with this paragraph. Can you remember it? Will you say it with me? You see, there was a time when Lion didn't have a mane. He was big, he was wise, and he was very cold. Fantastic. Well done for remembering that. Okay, so that story follows this structure as well. So what I would like you to do is to fill in the missing words in this paragraph. Now you can use one of the stories that we've looked at already, or you can use your imagination and come up with your own story. But I would like you to fill in the words so you have your very own introduction to your very own Tinga Tinga tale. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, Year 2, so how did you get on? Have you all got your introduction to your Tinga Tinga tale? Fantastic, well done. Well, I had a go too. Would you like to hear the introduction to mine? So I went with, you see, there was a time when Lion, capital letter because it's his name, didn't have a roar. So I've gone with the story that we're looking at in reading. You see, there was a time when Lion didn't have a roar. He was quiet. Okay, he's got to be quiet if he didn't have a roar. He was nervous. And he was very shy. Okay, remember, he was quite embarrassed that he didn't have a roar. So he's probably quite nervous around people and quite shy around them. So there we go. You see, there was a time when Lion didn't have a roar. He was quiet, he was nervous, and he was very shy. So there's my introduction, and I'm sure you've all written brilliant introductions as well. And I can't wait to hear them when we get back to school. So now let's move on to our learning for today. So what I would like you to do is pause the video and have a think. How many conjunctions can you remember from class? Okay, we've learned lots of different conjunctions and I would like you to see how many you can remember. So pause the video now and have a good think. Okay, so how many have you remembered? Have you remembered all of them that we've learnt before? Well, let's have a look. Okay, so we've got our I saw a wobob conjunctions, which are our subordinating conjunctions, and we've got our fanboys, which are our coordinating conjunctions. And we have looked at in class the conjunctions if, when, after, before, and because. So those are the subordinating conjunctions that we've looked at. And we've looked at and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So those are the coordinating conjunctions, the fanboys that we have looked at. The only one we haven't looked at is for with those ones. Okay, so did you manage to remember all of them? Fantastic, well done if you did. But today we are only going to be focusing on 3 of these conjunctions, which are when, but, and so. So we're going to be writing sentences about why buffalo has horns using only these 3 conjunctions. So we've got the subordinating conjunction when, and we've got the coordinating conjunctions but and so. Now remember, with the subordinating conjunctions, they can come at the beginning of your sentence or in the middle of your sentence. But the coordinating conjunctions, so the fanboys, can only come in the middle. Okay, so I know we've looked at these before, but let's just refresh our memories on when we use each conjunction. So the first one is when. Now when tells you the exact moment that something happens. So for example, I will go outside when it stops raining. Okay, so that is the time that you are going to then go outside. You're not going to go out before it stops raining, but exactly when it stops raining, you will go outside. Okay, so it's telling us a time that something is going to happen. Now you can see here I've got 2 versions of the sentence. I've got when in the middle of our sentence, and I've also got when at the beginning of our sentence in the second one. So when it stops raining, I will go outside. And you can see after our subordinate clause, when it stops raining, we've got a comma. You always need to remember that if you're putting your subordinating conjunction at the beginning of your sentence. Okay, we've learned about commas, so you should all know what one of those is, and that's what we need after our subordinate clause. Okay, so that's when, tells you the exact moment that something happens. Now the next one, so we're on to our coordinating conjunctions now. So shows you the result of something, and it can almost be replaced, if you think of it about it when you're writing it, with therefore or for that reason. So here's an example. It was raining, so we didn't go to the park. So the result of it raining was the fact you didn't go to the park. If it wasn't raining, then you would have gone to the park, but it was raining, so the result of that was that you didn't go to the park. And as I said, you can replace so with therefore or for that reason. So it was raining, therefore we didn't go to the park, or it was raining, for that reason we didn't go to the park. Okay, so as I said, you can change those words. So that's so. Then we've got but. Now but shows contrast. So when the second idea, the second part of the sentence, is different to the first. So let me give you an example of that. So I love vanilla ice cream, but I don't like strawberry. Okay, so one side of it, you've got something you love, and then the second side of it, you have got something you don't like. Okay, so they're opposite. You wouldn't use but if you had I love vanilla ice cream, I love strawberry ice cream. You use and, wouldn't you? I love vanilla ice cream and I love strawberry ice cream, but those are different. Okay, there's one that you love and one that you don't like, so therefore you use but. I love vanilla ice cream, but I don't like strawberry. I like pizza, but I don't like pasta. Okay, so they're opposite, complete opposite. They're not the same. Okay, fantastic. So there is our recap on when to use the different conjunctions. So what I would like you to do now is I have sent you the link to our video for today, Why Buffalo Has Horns, and it is in the document where I tell you, like yesterday, what we're going to be doing for the day. Okay, so you can find the link there. So if you could pause the video now and have a little watch of Why Buffalo Has Horns, please.